Hi, I'm Sue Ann. Welcome to Purposeful Plank. Mark, Aaron, and I are so excited to bring you this workout today, centered on the increasingly popular plank. Often an anchor exercise in yoga classes, the plank is one of the best ways to strengthen your core. That's the front, the back, and the sides of your body. But there's so much more as it relates to plank. When done correctly, you strengthen your pelvic floor and also strengthen your arms and your shoulders. There's so many different variations that the benefits are really so numerous, and that's why we're so excited to bring you this workout today. You're going to be challenged for sure. It's hard to hold plank for an extended period of time, but I want you to commit right now to trying to do so. If you ever need a break, come to your knees, reset, and then pop right back up to your high plank. All you'll need today is a set of weights and a mat. And if you're ready, I know we are. Let's get started. So find your way to about the center of your mat. We're going to start in a pose called Melting Heart. Your knees are going to be directly under your hips. Now hinge forward from there and bring your hands out nice and far. Now find your way down to the forehead and just really breathe right here. Now the reason that this is called Melting Heart is because with each exhale, you're just allowing your body to release one little inch more closer to the mat. We're just taking one moment just to ground ourselves down, starting to engage through your breath, deepening with each inhale and deepening with each exhale. Just one more, setting your intention right now and committing to challenging yourself. Now on your next inhale, all you're going to do is just pull your arms in just about 6 inches. And on your inhale, raise your back up, and on your exhale, just shift forward to drop your hips, a modified upward facing dog. And then inhale, raise your hips, and exhale, finding your way back down to an extended child's pose. Inhale, taking it right back up, and exhale, finding your modified upward facing dog. We're just warming up our spine here. Just a nice easy undulation using your breath, deepening your inhales and deepening your exhales. We're starting to loosen up through our core all the way around, front, side, and back. Exhale just one more time here. Just allow those hips to drop, shoulders away from your ears. And again, exhale, taking it down to extended child's pose. Now taking it up, inhaling here. Are you ready? We're heading into our first high plank. Lifting up right here into our high plank. Now I'm going to walk you through the form for high plank. I'm going to walk back to Aaron and show you exactly what we're doing. This is so much energy in this high plank. You really want to engage your heels and press energy right through the backs of those heels. Now you're rolling your thighs to the midline and also lifting up on your kneecaps. That really engages the quadriceps. And like we talked about, you're engaging your pelvic floor. You're lifting up on that pelvic floor. Now through the front of your core, belly button is right up to your spine. Now here's a micro bend in your elbows. So that's that arm work we talked about. And there's one final thing, one more correction here. That space between your back, you drape those shoulders almost as if you're in a rounded back. You want to separate your shoulders here. Keep hanging on. You've only got a couple more breaths here. This is that challenge that we talked about, making the commitment. You've got 4 more breaths. Can you feel that core working? Can you feel all 3 sides, the front, the back, and the sides working? Nice. One more big inhale here. Exhale. Just go ahead and start to walk your hands back to your feet. We're going to take a nice, easy release. Now, if you need to bend your knees, that's fine. Inhale, starting to roll up one vertebra at a time. The head is the last thing to come up. Inhale, roll your shoulders and open up through your chest. And exhale, taking it right back down. Walking yourselves up to your high plank. And we're going to hold here for 2 breaths. A nice deep inhale and a deep exhale. Not overworking, not underworking anything. One more breath here. Exhale, start to walk your hands back. Lift your hips. Again, if you need to bend your knees, that's fine. And here's our transition, a nice easy release, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Weight of the head draping forward. Inhale, rolling your shoulders, and exhale, taking it right back down. Finding our way back out to our high plank. Beautiful. Now going through your checklist, pressing energy through your heels, rolling your thighs to the midline, lifting up on your kneecaps, pelvic floor is engaged, micro bend in your elbows, and there's that popping up of your back to separate your shoulders. Beautiful. One more deep, nice big breath here. And exhale, coming down to a tabletop. Now, you're going to see a couple different variations here. Mark and Aaron are going to modify by staying right here in tabletop. Inhale, you're going to press your right heel all the way back and then reaching your left fingertips long. Now, I'm going to go visit Mark for 1 second to show you just a couple things. I really want you to concentrate on keeping your hips level here. You're really pulling up on your belly button, all of those muscles all the way around. Now, this is almost a modified version of a plank, but we're really elongating here. And you can see how Mark has his thumb to the sky. That's the correct positioning for your shoulder. Your shoulder blade is pulling back into its socket. Beautiful, and you can see how nice and level Mark's hips are. But do you want an extra challenge? I'll show you one. If you want to stay in your high plank, all you need to do is press out on one arm. You can really feel yourself and fire up through that core. Beautiful. Just a couple more breaths here. And exhale, finding your way back to either high plank, if you were in that variation, or all the way to tabletop. Now, if you're ready, we're going to move to the other side. Pressing back this time through your left heel and reaching forward through your right fingertips. Again, your shoulder blade is pulling back away. Your thumb is to the sky. Hips remain level, and I really want you to think about pulling your belly button up to your spine. Beautiful. Now, if you've stayed with me in that high plank, make sure we've got our strong foundation, the most important aspect of our plank. And if you're ready, go ahead and reach that other arm up. Now you can see I'm resisting so much from moving over to the side. But that's part of the beauty of the work with core and with the plank. Beautiful. You've just got 2 more breaths here. Exhale, finding your way to high plank. Take a moment to reset. A nice big inhale and a nice deep exhale. Are you ready for one more transition? Lifting your hips up, starting to walk your hands all the way back. We're going to do that same roll transition just to give ourselves a nice easy reset. Inhale, rolling your spine up. Oh, the weight of the head is draping forward. Shoulders are up and back. And exhale, taking it right back down. Pulling that belly into your spine and walking it right back down. Here we are, once again, in our high plank. And all we're going to do here is just shift front and back from high plank to downward facing dog. Taking a nice big breath here to prepare. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up, plunge your heels towards the mat, and chest is pressing back to your thighs. Inhale, shifting yourselves forward to high plank. Holding here for just a brief moment. Big, deep inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Really pull that belly up to your spine. Plunging your heels. Inhale, shifting forward, high plank. Oh, you can feel those shoulders and those arms working. Yes, you're getting so strong. A big inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift and press. One brief moment to reset. Inhale, shifting forward. Now, I really want you to think about your checklist.
You're working through this on your own. Your heels, your thighs, your kneecaps, your pelvic floor. A big inhale here. Exhale to downward facing dog last time. Oh, beautiful work. Inhale, shifting forward to plank. Let's do one more of those transitions. Start to walk your hands back. Really pull your belly into your spine. Weight of the head is draping forward. Inhale, starting to roll yourselves up. And shoulders up and back. And exhale, taking it right back down. Beautiful work. Walking it out to your high plank. We're going to hold here for 4 breaths. Now I know this looks like not much, but guess what? Holding a plank like this, when done correctly, you overuse nothing and you're underusing nothing. You're engaging your muscles equally, really firing up that core. One big breath here. Exhale, I want you to shift forward and slowly, with 4 counts, finding your way down to your belly. Beautiful. Now flipping over the tops of your feet, hands are reaching out. Inhale to lift. There we go. We're right into the back. And exhale, taking it down. Toes flip, hands coming under, and taking it right back up to high plank. Now one more. We're going to shift forward, taking it all the way down. Flipping those toes, hands are coming out. Inhale to lift. And exhale, taking it down. Hands pulling in. You can see Mark's taking a modification. A big breath here. Exhale, lifting it up to high plank. Now let's hold here for just 4 more breaths. Did such a great job really pulling in that core. And you can see how Mark is modifying. But remember our commitment. Coming right back up to high plank. Challenge yourself. Beautiful, everyone. You've just got 4 more breaths. That's it. And then we're going to release. 3 more. 2 more deep inhales, telling yourselves, yes, I can. Last one, dropping to your knees, shifting your weight back, and finding your way to extended child's pose. Beautiful work, everyone. Taking a moment to reset. I want you to hold right here in extended child's pose while Mark and I switch spots.
Nice job. Take a couple nice deep breaths, breathing in, flooding your lungs. And as you exhale, hands are already planted. Let's make our way right back to plank, shifting our weight forward, tucking our toes, and lifting. Try bracing your core throughout. Hold strong. Shoulders are right over our wrists, keeping that alignment right in place. Hold right there. Now, we're going to go through a plank bicep sequence where we're going to jump or step our feet right up towards our hands. So what I want us to do is do that first. Jump or step your feet about hip width apart, coming into a forward fold. Relax your arms. Now take a deep breath in and sink into a squat, lifting your chest, gripping your weights, and standing tall, pressing right through our heels. Let's turn our palms outward, slight bend in your knees, and slowly lift right into a curl. Nice and smooth. Take a breath in, continue to brace your core. Oh, that's where we're going to start feeling that nice work on our biceps, ensuring that our elbows stay right beneath our shoulders. Opening and extending the arms all the way up. We get the maximum effort on our bicep. Nicely done. Couple more. Let's do one more together, team. Lifting and releasing all the way open. Now turn your palms to the side and sink right back into the squat. Set your weights down and let's jump or step our feet back to high plank. From here, we're going to do a side step out or a jack. try this with us. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now jump or step your feet right back into forward fold. Feet about hip width apart. Sit our butt back. Gently lift, strong, right through your heels. Beautiful job. Turn your palms outward. Right hand, we're gonna cross into a new bicep curl, one at a time. Steady and strong, changing the stimulus just a little bit. Steady, nice and strong. Beautiful job. We've got 4 more each side. Now, if you're with Sue Ann, you might take it not quite as far. Shoulders stay back, keep your chest lifted. Nicely done. All right, team, 1 more and we are set. We're gonna change it right back into our plank. Beautiful job. Here we go, team. Chest stays lifted, palms turn in, sink. Nice and steady. Weights come down, hands to floor. Jump or step your feet right back to high plank. If you're gonna follow Sue Ann, take a step out or come with Aaron and I right into the jacks. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Nicely done. Right away, jump or step our feet right back to forward fold. Bend your knees a lot, lifting your chest. Nicely done. Turning palms outward, shoulders back. Let's soften our knees a little bit. Alternating bicep curls, starting with our right arm. Lift and release. Remember to open your arm all the way up at the bottom. Beautiful job. Hold steady. Keep the motion nice and strong. Continue to zip up right through our belly, drawing it in towards our spine. Promotes nice postural awareness. All right, team, we're gonna do 2 more on each side. Oh, you guys look good. We're starting to get a little sweat. How are we doing, team? All right, last one. Here we go. Turn your palms in again and slowly sit back. Chest stays lifted. Hands to floor. Jump or step your feet back to high plank. Step or jack 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right away, let's jump or step our feet back to forward fold. Feet about hip width apart. Bend your knees a lot. 1 more time, team. Grabbing our weights, we press right through our heels. Are you ready?
Ready.
Turn your palms out. Here we go, team. Lifting 1 more time. Nicely done. You are doing great. Now we're going to start feeling that work as we really extend it out. Lift and release, opening it all the way up again. All right, last time right here. Lift and open. Turn your palms back in. Chest stays lifted. Sink right back down into our squat. Let your weights rest. Hands to the floor. Jump or step your feet back. Let's jack or step 1 more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold right here with your elbows in. Slowly sink in. Right down to the floor. Let your toes rest. And let's reach out with our arms. Straight out, softly. Take a breath in and lift your chest up. And slowly open with your right back, reaching back towards your hip. Now, if you're with Sue Ann, you might not reach or lift as high. Let's try the left side. Lift a nice spinal twist. But if you feel you can extend just a little further, come with Aaron and I as we lift a little more and reach back. Let your eyes follow your fingertips. Reach. Beautiful job. Try to keep your toes on the floor. Lift and extend. Couple more. Nicely done. Let's do 1 more each side.
Now, Mark, I have my legs lifted behind me for just a little added resistance.
There we go. Nice job, Aaron. All right, together. Let's plant our hands and lift right back to our high plank, curling your toes, shoulders right over our ankles. Let's do this together. Grab your weights and bring them right underneath your shoulders. We're coming into a plank row sequence. Now, if you're with Sue-Ann, we can have our knees down and toes flat as an option, or the high option, we follow Erin and we stay nice and strong. Starting with our right arm, slowly pull it up. Try to keep elbow in. Pull and release. Let's alternate to the left. Squeezing our elbow in and release. Now, if you'll notice, look at Sue-Ann's shoulders. Nice and square to the deck and still feeling that nice squeeze on the upper back. Erin is exactly the same. This is challenging, and you are doing amazing. You are doing amazing. Let's finish this out with 2 more on each side. With the right, lift and release. Lift and release. 1 more. Squeeze. Last one. And release. Nicely done. Let's set our knees down, a little wider than hip width apart, and sit back, right into child's pose. Release your spine, take a deep breath in. Hold right here as Erin and I transition.
Wonderful. So, remain in child's pose, just taking some really wonderful, good deep breaths. I'm having Mark take his weights. I want my 5s. So I'm bending through the knees and just placing the weights off to the side, out of our way. Now we come to child's pose and again. Take this opportunity to give the body just a little bit of a break before we go back at it with more planking and variations of the plank. So, team and you, take 2 more big deep breaths. 1 deep breath in. Exhale. Just feel the body begin to dissolve a little bit. Feel really good. And 1 more time. Deep breath in. And exhale. Now, coming up through child's pose. Walking the fingertips out just a little tiny bit more. Begin to lift the hips and come back to plank position. So tuck the toes. Straighten out the knees. Again, if you're looking for a modification, go ahead and watch Sue-Ann. She'll be taking plank from her knees. But I challenge you, at least once in this program, come to full-on plank. Right? It just is a matter of time before it gets a little bit easier. Never is truly, truly easy, but it gets better. Now we're going to go up to that roll-up series. So take a big breath in, and on the exhale, walk your hands to your toes. Now your knees are bent or straight. Whatever is suited to your body, you listen to your body. And roll up. Oh, the arms are dangling, and at the top, we roll the shoulders around, down and back. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. And walk those hands out. And we come back to plank. Just coming back to that good warm place, pressing the floor away. Deep breath in. On the exhale, walk your hands back and roll up. Notice Sue-Ann's got her knees bent as she rolls down and out, and the shoulders come around, down and back. And we roll down for the last time. For now, inhale. Exhale, roll down. Keeping the abdominals engaged. You want to protect that low back and walk the hands out. And holding plank. Now, just like Mark did, so we've practiced this, we're going to step or jump to a squat position. So take a big breath. On the exhale, 1 foot, then the other, or a hop or jump, and come to a forward fold. Now take a big breath in, and on the exhale, bending the knees, grabbing your weights. And now I want you to keep your knees bent. I'm going to get up. You stay right here. I'm coming to Sue-Ann. Take this opportunity. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for a stretch. So she's shifting her hips back. Now she's sticking her tail out. Stick your tailbone way out. You'll feel a wonderful stretch. Now, we're going to go to a rear fly. So your palms are facing in. Now I want you to lift your body up to a tabletop. A little lower. Guess what? This is safer than if you come up. This is a wonderful place to have the back. All the while we're sticking the tailbone out. That's what's keeping that back nice and safe. we're gonna do a series of rear flies. So the palms are facing in. Take a big breath, and on the exhale, lift the arms up and squeeze. Hold, 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 hold. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together in the back, sticking your butt back, and now slowly lower it down. Inhale, exhale, open, fly. Now the farther we are up, the harder it is on the back, and slowly lower it down. Good. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. We want to make that pucker in the shirt. Got that good pucker, and we're lowering down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale first, exhale, lift, squeeze, hold. Slowly lower down. Why are we doing this? 1 more time, squeeze it up. It creates great posture. That nice strong back, and lower down. Slowly bend your knees even deeper. Good. And step or jump your feet back to plank with the hands on the weights. You can see Sue Ann's coming back to her knees. We're going to do this again. So we're holding plank for 2 more breaths. Deep breath and exhale. Inhale, we're stepping or jumping, and we come forward 1 foot then the other, or a jump. And first, we bend the knees, extend the tailbone behind us, stick our butt out, and the palms are together. We're going to inhale, exhale, squeeze it up, and slowly lower it down. Inhale again, exhale, squeeze, squeeze, and slowly lower down. 2 more, that's it. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale, lower down. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, squeeze it up, and slowly lower it down. This time we put the weights down and just take a good forward fold here. Releasing, you can roll the shoulders around. Now again, whether the knees are bent or straight, it really doesn't matter because we're still getting that wonderful stretch in the forward fold. Sue Ann, I'm going to ask you to flip your hips up even a little more. That tailbone really lifting. Good. Now the feet can be all the way together, and they can be slightly apart. Sometimes we feel more stable if they're directly underneath our hips. And if you're there, I really want you to stay there. If that feels good to you, I want this to feel good. I don't want this to be painful. All right, put the hands down with the knees bent or straight, and step back to plank. Nice and easy. We're going to move into a side plank from here. Now this is challenging, so we will have some modifications. We're starting in our plank. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, start to rotate your heels over to your left, and then open up the right arm up to the sky. Now you'll notice Sue Ann is putting her inside knee down. That's the modification, that's just fine. We're going to do what's called threading the needle. It's a wonderful torso rotation. So keeping your hip stable and still. Inhale. On the exhale, draw your arm down underneath you, rotating the torso. Now open it back up. And exhale, close. 2 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, close. And 1 last time. Inhale. Oh, we're shaking a little bit. Exhale, draw yourself back to plank in the center. And hold. And let's just take a quick child's pose here just to get a little breather. So the knees come down and the hips come back. Put your forehead down. Now if that challenged you, great, we did it. If you just did 1, if you did a couple, wonderful job. You're working toward that great fitness. The plank is so powerful. We're working so many things, right? All right, 1 more breath. Now tuck your toes. Press yourself back up to plank. We have the other side. All right, so we are in our plank. Simply going to rotate those heels, this time over to the right, and the left arm opens up. Yes, so try to lift those hips, pressing down through the side of the body. Inhale, exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, lifting back up. And exhale, rotate. Can you give me 2 more? Give it a shot. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. And 1 last time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, rotate. Last time. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, hand comes down. We rotate. And here we are, back in plank. Yes. Now, we're going to come to our elbows. So this is not going to tickle, I'm not going to lie to you. So take a big inhale and put your right elbow to the ground, followed by the left, and hold. Now, we've got our fists, we're pressing the floor away, and we're in an elbow plank. This is it. This is it. Take a big giant breath in, exhale, and one more time. Inhale, yes you can, and exhale. Now, very gently lower your body all the way down. All the way down. Flatten out your toes. Now, press your palms straight out in front of you. Elbows right underneath your shoulders. This is called Sphinx. It's gonna feel pretty good. All right, inhale, lift your head up to the sky, and exhale, hold. Just let this feel good. It's kind of an opposing muscle or an opposing move to what we've been doing, so it should feel kind of good. Giving the wrists a bit of a break. Yes, top of the head to the sky. Now, we're just gently going to press ourselves up through child's pose and have a seat at the center of our mat. So, tuck your toes, press yourself up, and press yourself back. First, hips to the heels. Now, slowly roll up through the spine. Swivel those legs around and have a seat. Now, scooch forward a bit. Reverse plank. This is the greatest move. Put your fingertips behind you. You have a couple of options. Again, this is going to feel wonderful across the front of the chest. Now let's start first in tabletop. So bring your feet flat onto the floor. Start to lift your hips up, straight to the sky. Inhale, exhale, lift. Now you can stay here. If this is feeling amazing to you, wonderful. Squeeze your tush and lift your hips. Now if you want to go a little farther, straighten one leg out and the other. And we are in reverse plank. Now press your heart forward. Your neck is feeling very neutral. You feel this in your biceps. We worked our biceps with Mark, front of the arms, getting a little stretch. Now inhale, exhale, start to lower your hips. Start to lower your hips. And sit up tall and flex your feet. Now take a big breath in with the arms going out and up. Exhale, hinging forward, directing the nose out beyond the big toe. Now if you're feeling your stretch here, this is where you stay. It's wonderful. If you're feeling that stretch in the back of the thighs, it's creating that mobility. Now just like we did when we were standing, stick your hips back, draw your tailbone back, and reach. If you want to go farther and you have the mobility to do so, go right ahead. Now inhale, lifting back up, and bring your fingertips behind you. One more reverse plank. Point your toes or bend the knees and lift. So we're either tabletop or we're in reverse plank. It's up to you. You are amazing. You are strong. You are vital. Wonderful work. Slowly lowering the hips. Flexing the feet. Sitting tall. And for the last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, hinging forward, tailbone back, reaching beyond your big toes to your degree of flexibility and just melt into the stretch. Slowly, gently start to roll back up to seated position. So the chin tucks ever so slightly. The shoulders roll around, down and back. And we sit very tall in what we call staff position. On behalf of the transitions team of Sue-Ann and Mark and myself, Erin, thank you so much for joining us in Purposeful Plank. We hope to see you again very soon.